So why aren't we seeing more booster boxes from the Pokemon Company? The overall idea is if they really want to meet demand, they want to put the most packs out into the market, put 36 packs in a booster box and print as many of them as you can if you want to drive down the price. Now, I'm not so sure it's even a hot take anymore that people say that Pokemon doesn't really care to dampen the hype. They don't really care to maybe meet demand. There's probably some part of them that would like to meet demand more than they are. They probably don't like seeing the fights and the Costco's and then the Targets and the Pokemon card vending machines. But why aren't we seeing more booster boxes? I have a couple different reasons, one bigger than the other, why I think so. And we'll start with the smaller one. So per pack value, right? What margin Pokemon gets on their packs per pack. So with booster boxes, it is essentially with booster bundles, it is essentially 36 packs in a box, nothing else. Essentially, they're going to charge you the price of just the packs. When you're getting all these EX boxes, these figure collections, these poster collections, these binder collections, these tech sticker collections, they can charge a premium for those boxes, right? That's somewhat common knowledge and a way Pokemon can make more money putting out these ancillary products. So, and demand's so high, it's not like these boxes are sitting on Target shelves. It's not like these boxes are sitting around, especially these good sets like Ascended Heroes, Prismatic Evolutions, all these EX boxes, which for the longest time, nobody really cared for. Everybody wanted booster boxes. Then ETBs got pretty hype. Everybody wanted ETBs. But now, even EX boxes of, freaking perfect order, they're gone. They're gone. A lot of the times you could see sleeve single packs still around for like a week or two. But these collection boxes, these ETBs for sure are gone. And Pokemon is making a premium on those packs, selling them in those boxes. So with demand being as high as it is, and Pokemon making that margin on those EX boxes, I don't think they're missing out on as much money as people think they are, not putting out more packs, because obviously the idea is they could print more booster boxes with the demand we have now. They would sell, they would make more money, yada, yada, yada. I'm not even so sure that I'm giving Pokemon a lot of praise in this video because from what I'm about to say, I think their main strategy is their future. And I'll tell you why. Parents aren't going to buy their kids booster boxes. Most parents, for one, they don't have 300. Most parents aren't willing to spend MSRP, what is it, $165 for a booster box on their child, right? A lot of parents aren't even willing to spend $50 plus tax on an ETB from Target, Walmart, Meijer, wherever. So you could argue that Pokemon's strategy here is they're secure in their future. Who's their future? Obviously, people like me in our 30s, people who have full-time jobs now, have a little bit of money, maybe you're in their early 20s, your mid-20s, all the way up to 40 years old, are the people with disposable incomes who can afford to buy booster boxes, who can afford to buy booster box cases. That's not necessarily who Pokemon is worried about. And honestly, I don't know if they've ever been worried about the older collectors. Yes, they bring money. Yes, they can obviously buy the products that Pokemon puts out. But again, I'm giving Pokemon high praise here. I think they're smarter than that. I think that they know that they could just put out EX boxes in collection boxes and that'll be good enough for now. It's not like a whole lot of people are running away from the hobby because they can't get Destined Rivals booster boxes. They may bitch and moan about it. They may complain about the prices, maybe rightfully so, but it is what it is. A lot of people aren't leaving because of that. So I think Pokemon's secure in their future. They are putting out items, for one, that parents are willing to buy their kids. What are these kids going to grow up to be? If they're putting out, say they're just focusing on ETBs and booster boxes. Like, we want to get as many packs out as we can. We want to, whatever. I don't think they want to drive down prices. I don't think they really care about that. But say they want to drive down prices. Again, they want to put out as many packs into the market as they possibly can to meet demand, make people happy. I think they're way more worried about keeping these 5 to 10 to 13-year-olds with Pokemon cards, Pokemon packs in their hands. Again, these parents are not running to your local, LGS, your local online store to buy $300 boxes of pick your set because they're all damn near $300 now. So what do? They put out a collection box that's $20. Parents walk into Target, they buy two, whatever the limit is at that Target. I'm guessing that all Targets have a limit at this point, right? And they could give those, spend $40, and both their kids get a box of Pokemon cards. They both get to experience Pokemon, build that nostalgia, and then when they get older, have disposable income, they come back into the hobby and they are a recurring customer for Pokemon. That's what I think Pokemon's focus is. I think they are. I think they're making I think Pokemon is constantly thinking about their future. So, you know, us older collectors, us people who like to collect booster boxes, who like to at least have the option to buy these booster boxes, people who want to see the price of Destined Rivals go down. They want to see the price of Paldea Evolve go down. They'd like to be able to get a couple boxes for $400, you know, and not one box of Paldea Evolve for $400. They want to build positions and investments. I don't think Pokemon cares about that. I think, again, they are a very smart company. They are solely focused on putting as many packs into as many hands as they can for one, right? Because if they're building booster boxes or they're making booster boxes, shipping them out, there's 36 packs in that. Now, you could argue that maybe it's faster, more efficient to build booster boxes, and it very well could be. I actually don't know. I don't have any inside information on how fast Pokemon can box up and ship certain SKUs. But yeah, I don't think they're too worried about that. I think that they know that if they get sleeve booster packs, booster bundles, these figure collections, they can make a premium on these figure collections, make more money than they would if they just threw them in, you know, a booster bundle. They sell like crazy. And they're securing future enjoyers of the hobby, future investors, future collectors, future people who are going to start Pokemon businesses. So I don't know. That's my thought. I guess this whole video kind of started when I watched a Alpha Investments video that I recently, I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago, he released it. And I have to admit, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't want to take him out of context. But from what I got from it, essentially, he was kind of like poking fun at Pokemon fans for complaining about 10, 11, 12, $15 packs. Saying that that's not really that bad in his eyes. And I guess you can kind of make an argument for that considering the value you could pull from some of these $7, $8 packs. There's an argument to be made there. But it made me think. I'm like, okay, packs. Yeah, right. Okay, if they put out more booster boxes, the pack value would obviously go down because they put a lot more packs in the market. Right. And then I'm thinking, why aren't they putting more booster boxes out? And then I'm thinking, why would Pokemon not try to put out as many packs as they possibly can instead of taking the time to send out these collection boxes, these figurine collection boxes, posters, you know, binders, whatever. And I thought, who's main target for Pokemon? Who is the main demographic for Pokemon? In my opinion, it is children, kids, younger people. People, because Pokemon does a great job of capturing generations, right? Us people in our like early, late 20s, mid 30s, they captured us with Gen 1. The nostalgia is unreal. And I think they are attempting to run that back as many times as they possibly can. And when we're in a market like we are, when demand's as crazy as it is, they want to put out SKUs of products, certain items that are affordable, that kids can get their hands on so they can have a piece of this hobby at an early age and grow up with it and become those 33, 34, 29, 28-year-olds who grow up, get a good salary, and also spend money in the hobby. Love to know from you guys down in the comments what you think about that. If you're looking for some Japanese Pokemon cards, ChasePacks, TCG.com. Like, subscribe, all the good things. And I'll see you in the next one.